Hi, you're watching Beyond the Bell. I'm your host, Cassandra Cummings, and today we are talking about what moved the stock market, top news stories, and I won't leave you today without a feminine finance tip for the week. If you want to understand and build wealth, then today's episode is just for you. Be sure to click like and share this broadcast, and don't forget to subscribe to get notifications of when I go live. First, let's take a look at how the markets performed. Today, all three major indices ended mixed, with the Dow Jones mostly in the red. The S&P 500 also ended almost flat as investors speculate the strength of the labor market in the most recent inflation data. The Nasdaq increased as investors saw some gains in tech stocks. We're still in the middle of earnings season, and oil price continues to fall, and so does the gas prices as investors weigh in the recession potential coming up here later in the second half of the year. Now for our top news stories. GDP data slid back for two consecutive quarters, suggesting we are on the brink of a recession. G and GDP stands for gross, D stands for domestic, which is everything in the US, and P stands for product. So, what does that mean to you? Economists can use GDP to determine whether the economy is growing or experiencing a recession. You, as an investor, can use GDP, gross domestic product, to make investment decisions. And a bad economy often means lower stock prices. Also in the news today, Tesla is hosting their annual shareholder meeting this afternoon where they requested a 3-to-1 stock split. A stock split for the company will allow it to break each existing share into multiple new shares without affecting the total value of all its current shares or each investor's stake in the company. This week, some major companies like Lyft, Virgin Galactic, AMC, Square, and Beyond Meat report earnings this week. Earnings happens 4 times a year, and it's the report card, also known as their financial information, that tells us how they're doing as far as financial performance over their last quarter. What we want to look for is how these companies are saying what they're saying about their outlook for the future and their performance, especially as we head into a recession. Shares of Alibaba dropped about 11% on Friday and continued in trading this morning as they face potentially being delisted from the US stock market. This is something to monitor if you own shares of Alibaba. Coming up after the break, we'll take a quick look at what you missed inside of the stock success circle. Be right back.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Cassandra Cummings, coming to you from the Aria Resort and Casino, home of the 5th annual Sistar Summit. It's going down here, October 6th to the 8th. Everybody's going to be here. You don't want to miss it. Let me tell you, we're going to have all types of the bomb speakers coming to talk about angel investing, real estate investing, hotel investing, trading. You're going to want to make sure you're in the seat to hear all of this amazing information to help you grow your account balance. Come grow with us this year in Las Vegas, October 6th to the 8th. Get your tickets now at thestocksandStarSummit.com.
Okay, I'm back and you're watching Beyond the Bell. I'm your host, Cassandra Cummings, and founder of the Stocks and Stiletto Society, as well as the Stock Success Circle. Make sure you grab your tickets for the upcoming Stocks and Star Summit happening in Vegas, October 6th through the 8th. We'll talk a little bit more about that later in the show. The Stock Success Circle is a financial sisterhood focused on investing in generational wealth building strategies. Make sure you take a look at the Stock Success Circle. But last week, inside of the Stock Success Circle, we discussed the 3 accounts you must have to grow your investment portfolio. And we look at 2 apps to keep your financial house in order and stay on top of all of your investments. In the Stocks and Stiletto Society, we are hosting a 5-day options boot camp The boot camp basically is going to walk you through the 5 things you need to know in order to trade options. Let's take a look now with those 5 things that you need to learn, which would be what are calls and puts, what the option chain looks like, as well as candlesticks and learning how to chart patterns so that you can identify price movements when it comes to trading options. Welcome back. We're coming up. We'll take a quick look at a sneak peek at what you'll see inside of a Build a Bag bootcamp course. Okay, that was just a quick look at what you can expect should you ever take a Build a Bag bootcamp course with the Stocks and Stiletto Society. Welcome back. You're watching Beyond the Bell. I am your host, Cassandra Cummings. Up this week in the circle, we'll talk about how to fund your investment account through automatic deposits and looking for other streams of income to shift you towards investing in the stock market. We will also take a look at what you should be investing in per month based on your age in order to reach that elusive $1 million by the time you turn age 65. Moving on, in the stock market, investors are uncertain of what to expect. With the second half of earnings season in full effect, you can anticipate some volatility. While 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP indicate a recession, there is still a lot of uncertainty. So you can expect those debates to continue at least until the preliminary report is released at the end of this month. Coming up after this break, I'll give you a feminine finance tip of the week. But first, let's look at a highlight from last year's Sistar Summit. And be sure to register for this year's summit at the Aria Resort and Casino, October 6th to the 8th, by going to bit.ly 2022 Sistar Summit. Be right back.
You want to make a lot of money and do a lot of good. We call ourselves holistic investors because a lot of time impact investors find one vertical that they're going to invest in: climate, gender, race, economic development. But women of color, especially Black women, we're experiencing all the negative impacts at one time. We don't have the luxury to say, oh, I'm going to just concentrate on climate here or job creation here. We have to do it all because our communities need it all. So we invest in manufacturing, high-tech manufacturing, to increase their international sales and to create what we call the clean quality jobs of the future. Because once again, they're trying to keep us out of the new economy, which is the green economy and climate. And we need those jobs. They pay higher. Those are the jobs of the future. And our overall mission is to increase generational wealth for women and people of color.
And we're back. I'm Cassandra Cummings, and you're watching Beyond the Bell. Let's take a look at what we just saw in that clip of the Stocks and Stars Summit. We were watching Tracy Gray, who is one of the first Black women to have $100 million fund to assist with small businesses and venture capital initiatives. So when you attend the Stocks and Stars Summit, you get an opportunity to interact with women that can help you move your investments to the next level. We hope to see you this coming October 6th through the 8th at the Aria Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. Did you know women tend to invest more conservatively? The average woman keeps 68% of her portfolio in cash and in cash equivalents compared to 59% of the average man's portfolio. However, national interest rates on cash are less than 1% overall on return if placed in a money market account or a 3-year CD. U.S. government-backed savings bonds are often considered safe and trustworthy. There are three different types of savings bonds. The most recent and one of the most popular types being the I as in ice cream bond. A key feature of the I bond is that it is inflation protected. I bonds provide an interest rate of close to 10%. The great part is that some of the interest rate is tied to the inflation rate, and so the rate changes every 6 months. For more information on how I bonds could work for your cash, visit treasurydirect.gov. Next up, I'm going to talk a little bit about my new upcoming book, Fearless Finances, a timeless guide to building wealth. This book has been in process, and I'm finally glad I'm able to deliver it to you with the release date of September 27th, being published by HarperCollins Leadership. Make sure you check out www.thefearlessfinances.com for all the latest updates and for a city near you that I may be coming to on my Fearless Finances book tour. You can also check my Instagram page. Well, soon I'll be announcing 5 days of Fearless giveaways for those of you who pre order a copy of The Fearless Finances, a timeless guide to building wealth, available for pre order on Amazon.com. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in for this edition of Beyond the Bell. I'm your host, Cassandra Cummings, founder of the Stocks and Stilettos Society. You can follow us on Facebook at Stocks and Stilettos, and we're always hanging out on Instagram at Stocks and Stilettos. We look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great day.